So
well, it's interesting. You sit there and again, a lot of us hockey fans can't understand why the NHL moved south. Of course, it's a business.
Right.
You have to gamble sometimes.
Right.
Obviously, Atlanta going to Winnipeg is a huge deal.
Right.
Huge deal because it's about the size of Hartford and their hockey market and their arena. They built a brand new arena, 15,000 seats.
Right.
We have 15,000 seats.
Okay.
And so it's one of those things where who's next? Why aren't we on the list?
Well, who say you're not on?
No,
the list?
I'm just
no,
saying,
I'm saying. But here's how Winnipeg did it. Okay, they did it pretty smart. They had the Manitoba Moose. Yep. Okay, and they had about 8,000 or 9,000 season ticket holders.
Wow.
Okay, you know, I mean, I would say 5 on the conservative side. Let's just say 4. Okay, but they had 5,000 season ticket holders. You didn't have them say, well, when the Jets come back, we'll buy tickets.
You're 100% correct.
Howard and I can only do so much. Right. You know what I mean? And we are so appreciative of the 863 that have stepped up, beyond appreciative, and we're happy that. But we need, you know, we can't do this alone.
No.
You know what I mean? We really can't.
It's
a little bit, you know, because I talk to the fans and I hear it and say, well, I'll come back when you know, it's not the NHL. Well, in able to get down that map, you got to have 3,000, 4,000 season tickets.
Yeah, you got to walk to get to the end of the rainbow.
It would be an eye opener, just like that fest was when Mark did the the reunion back in Rensselaer Field.
Oh my God!
August 14th.
You don't think that got some eye openers? That got some serious eye openers. You know what I mean?
My eyes are opened. I did not expect that kind of turnout.
That's right. But that's the kind of turnout we need.
Right.
Yes. Absolutely.
To get on them.
You need 13,000. You need 10,000 on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
That people realize that yes, it's the Connecticut Whale.
Right.
It's our team.
Right. That's
Come support your team.
Right. And the schedule that came out now is really 10 times.
I like it a lot.
To 3. And Bob Arablo and Patty Bowler and Chuck Steedman and all that gave us a great schedule.
We did. You had a nice core around the weekend, so you got, I think, 12.
Now's the time to hit it out of the park.
Oh, sure.
Right.
It's a layup.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, you got 16 Friday night games, you got 12 Saturday games, a couple of Sunday games. So everything's kind of around that weekend.
Yeah.
And Saturday night was probably your best attendance night.
Yes.
Most likely.
Yeah.
And then you had a lot of walk-up. I was a 33-time walk-up guy last year because I love the $7 ticket. I know. It's when you go to the wife and you say, hey, there's a hockey game tonight.
Yeah.
You know, and then I can get in. So,
yeah, right.
But you're right. If I buy the season tickets, I'm going to say, I already bought the tickets.
That's right.
You know,
you bought them all.
But talking about that, I think I heard in a Hartford Current chat with your father, with Howard Sr., that he said he started in September last year with like 400 and maybe 40 or just over 400.
Right.
You guys have already had people step up and almost doubled that.
Right.
But do you think October 15th? Do you think that you'll get another good rush? Or I mean,
well, you know, I hope so.
Yeah.
Because you know we would like it, and you know, again, I don't mean to be arrogant when I say, but now is the time for people to step up.
Right.
I mean, you have to be not an NHL fan, a Wolfpack. You need to be a hockey fan and get those tickets.
Hartford hockey.
Hartford hockey. Yeah. This is just. It's not about the Hartford. It's it's about hockey in Hartford.
Right.
That's what does it. You know.
Yeah.
And make people look at us.
Yeah.
That's right.
Instead of little. Let us be big again.
Right.
And you know, when I received an email earlier, and this is important for all the Hartford Whaler fans out there. The Hartford Whalers Booster Club is going to be calling you at Whalers Sports and Entertainment to start getting you guys to get the season tickets that they need to be productive in their venture, in our venture, to get the NHL back to Hartford. The biggest thing now is we're going to be calling former Hartford Whalers season ticket holders starting on September 6th, right after Labor Day, and we're going to start calling you at home, and we're going to start asking you, how much are you supporting Hartford hockey? Would you like to buy season tickets? And now is the time that you have to step up to the plate. All you disgruntled ones out there, get up, get on the bus. We're moving to the NHL. It's time to move along. So when you get the phone call, don't let it go to the answering machine. Join the ride.
That's right.
Right, Pete?
That's absolutely true.
Thank you.
I mean, there's plenty of things going on. Now, since you did spend a lot of time with the Whalers when you were younger, who is Howard Baldwin Jr.'s favorite whaler? Who's the guy that you like? That's the guy I like.
Well, you're gonna probably laugh at this, but you know I have two people that are near and dear to my heart. Number one is Skip Cunningham, is near and dear to my heart.
Right.
There's nobody on this other than 5 members of my family, immediate family, that I care about and love, and he provided me with the greatest childhood of all time. Him and Bob Gorman, a guy by the name of Steve Lattin, really provided me. And then the other guy that is near and dear to me is Ronnie Francis. And
Mr. Franchise.
Yeah. And it's so funny because I was at a wedding. You know, Ronnie handed me the cup in Pittsburgh when we won the cup.
That's awesome. What a feeling, huh?
How many guys teach you how to shave and then handed you the cup?
There you go.
What
a childhood.
It was the greatest childhood one could ever have, and
great.
I'm just very appreciative of it. I mean, they were very, very hard on me. Ronnie kept them from killing me, you know.
I think I got a different grin going on.
It's
like
But it's, you know, Ronnie is just, it's so funny. I was at a wedding. Steve Lattin got married, and Ed Johnston was there. And Ronnie was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what? I know this is not a very popular thing, but you know what? EJ, how can you not like him?
Well,
I wanted you to talk about him.
And that's important because as much as a lot of people are angry about the Whalers leaving, going to Carolina, it was a business deal. And you know what? We're very angry that we don't have the Whalers here. But look at EJ made a business deal. Unfortunately, he took away one of our best players.
But just don't forget, his boss. His boss made him do it.
And I did not know that until
I didn't either.
You had mentioned it on a Facebook thing because when they put Ed Johnson there, I went, "Oh, that guy." And then you said, "No, the owner made him do it," and that puts it in. I have no ill feelings towards that guy. I really thought that was his idea.
I rode a bus with EJ from. It was great. Craig Patrick's bonding thing in Pittsburgh one time. We took a bus around Canada, and I had to get stuck with EJ on that bus with him right next to him. Okay. And I will tell you, he is a great, great guy. And listen, I'm not saying that all the trades he made were great, but the Cat didn't make exactly, perfect trades either.
Sure.
Either did Jack Kelly. But EJ is a really good guy. And if my boss tells me I have to do something and I might not do it, now it just so happens that he traded him to Pittsburgh, and then he became coach.
So it looked really bad.
It looked like him and Craig had a major conspiracy going.
And that was really what was going on in Hartford.
Oh,
people were like,
every fan
this is a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, it was. It's just,
and you know that because you're behind the scenes and you know that.
Right.
Everyone out there is going, our player just left.
They clearly won the cup because of that.
But you remember where I was. I remember reading the paper when Ronnie got traded. I was devastated, because he was everything here. But I will tell you, I was so happy when my dad got the Penguins, and I got to go with Ronnie.
I know. There you are, 2 teams, and you're with the...
Actually, Ronnie was a holdout when Howard bought the Penguins. He was in a holdout with the Penguins.
Oh, really?
And say, hey guys, you got to bring Ronnie back.
Right. I mean,
and here I am the following November at a Steelers game with him and his brother and his dad.
That's awesome.
It's just there's people there. And listen, I have had the good fortune of having that 86, 87, 2 years before that. Being, with all those guys. So I love all those guys so much. I mean, they took me into the Shapery when I was 13 years old. I mean, my God. But
I've heard stories about the Shapery.
And then I've had, I had the great fortune of meeting Gordy, seeing Gordy.
Oh, phenomenal.
This year, we had him to a whale game. Now, I was very disappointed by the crowd. Right. I thought that here's the Babe Ruth of hockey.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. Pay that man the respect he deserves.
Mr. Hockey, absolutely. Coming back to Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more than that. I mean, I know it was up against the UConn game, and then they were deep in it. And you could tape the game and go see, Gordie Howe. I that may be the last time we see him in that manner.
I tell you, Marty. You go through Marty. And he said, "Well, meet us in McDonald's in Glastonbury." I go, "Really? You can meet Gordie Howe at McDonald's in Glastonbury?" He said, "That's his favorite place."
That's great.
So here I am. I'm sitting in McDonald's, okay, and I have Gordy right next to me, okay, and Marty's right here, and these old guys are walking in. They got the old club.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah.
And I'm thinking, do these guys know that Gordy is the greatest player?
Wow.
And to me, it's heart-wrenching. You know what I mean? It's heart-wrenching. The NHL does not utilize him more.
Oh,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I